Alright, so I'm reading Rich Dad Poor Dad right now, and coincidentally, the last chapter that I just read kind of tied in together with what I was trying to get at the end of yesterday's video. And if you haven't watched it, you could check it out right here or something. But I kind of just wanted to talk about the idea of like balance and how balance could be a bad thing. And I'm not really talking about moderation in terms of how you approach things in your life. You can't go to the extreme of one thing, but you can't be dead set in the middle of balance either, because if the example that he brought up was with an investing portfolio, right? So an equally balanced portfolio, safe and right in the middle, will not get you any like major returns. Sure, it's not a bad thing, but it's not going to get you any big wins. You're not going to get a big win from having a balanced and safe portfolio. If anything, if you're aiming for like a big win or something like that, you can't play it safe entirely. Obviously, use caution and don't just go in blindly to the risks, but there will always be risks, so you have to just learn how to manage it and accept it rather than trying to avoid it. So the idea is that you have to be unbalanced. Anything that has potential to like take off has to be unbalanced at the start, but focused. So in the example of like a stock portfolio, right? You have to be a little bit more on the riskier side, because with risk comes greater return, and everybody knows that. But the whole idea of a lot of risk and the possibility of losing a lot of money scares off a lot of people, because nobody likes losing money, right? I don't want to lose money, but you just it's not entirely the act of losing money, because if you're going for any sort of success, you are going to have to fail, but it's your attitude towards failure that makes your failure worth it, essentially. And I've talked about this in multiple videos in the past, but that's kind of the idea of what I was trying to get at with last video, where I was saying like you can't be dead set in the middle of moderation with instant gratification versus delayed gratification, because if you are well balanced, that's not going to get you anywhere. You have to be at least a little off balance in terms of more on the side weighted towards delayed gratification in order to reach your goals and actually progress forward. Because again, if you're dead set in the middle, perfectly balanced, you don't go anywhere. But if you're, maybe think of it like a slope, right? So if you're on a level ground, you're not gonna, and it's a ball, there's a ball on a level ground, right? It's not gonna go anywhere if it's perfectly level. But if you tilt it to one side, that, and it can go both ways, good and bad. If you tilt it to the bad side, the ball will roll towards the bad side, but then if you tilt it towards the good side, it'll roll towards the good side. So you have to be a bit unbalanced. You can't be dead set in the middle, because that's where you get nowhere, and then that's not what you want to end up with in your life. So that's going to be the video for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time, and remember to stay on target.